Greetings, my beloved friends. At least 39 states in the United States are experiencing the devastation caused by 9 million wild hogs, which results in annual damages to farmers amounting to $2.50 billion. They pose a threat to my ability to make a living. One of the farmers from Texas whom I met the previous week expressed his exasperation. Have you ever been one of the people who witnessed the craziest spectacle of wild pigs spreading chaos? Today, we will discuss the ways in which farmers are fighting back against the feral hogs and what they do with the hogs after they have been hunted. Let's jump right in. There is a surprise fact that is rarely mentioned, despite the fact that we frequently hear that feral hogs are an invasive species that cause considerable damage to agriculture. The problem can be traced back to the actions of humans. For the sake of recreational hunting, the Spanish have allowed pigs to be unleashed in areas such as Florida and Texas since the 1500s. In subsequent years, these pigs managed to escape from captivity and bred with native wild boars, resulting in the creation of hybrid feral hog populations that possessed outstanding abilities in terms of survival and adaptation. The end effect is a biological crisis that is broad and difficult to control. Overnight, they are ruthless in their destruction of crops. In 1990, the population of feral hogs was approximately 2 million, but by 2019, it had increased to nearly 9 million, and it was distributed across at least 39 states in the United States. Because of their quick reproduction, the problem is made even more severe. It is possible for a single sow to give birth to 4 to 6 piglets in each litter twice a year. Therefore, in order to maintain a manageable population, it is necessary to evacuate at least 60% of the people from each area on a yearly basis. It's not simply the United States of America. A number of nations, including Germany, Spain, and Australia, are experiencing comparable problems. Approximately $2.50 billion worth of economic harm is caused annually by wild hogs in the United States. The majority of the damage is caused by the destruction of crops, the destruction of irrigation systems, the attack of livestock, the subsidence of land, and the spread of diseases to both animals and humans. The United States Department of Agriculture, and a number of states have spent millions of dollars on control measures, which include hunting, trapping, and the use of poison. Hunting is the most prevalent approach, particularly in regions such as Texas, Oklahoma, and Florida, and other similar states. There are a number of states that have eliminated bag restrictions and do not require hunting licenses in order to encourage hunting of feral hogs. Helicopters are used in certain localities to shoot wild hogs from the air, particularly in areas that are extremely large and difficult to access. When it comes to hunting wild pigs, it is not as simple as picking up a gun and firing it. Due to the fact that these creatures are not simple prey, an effective approach, expertise, and patience are required. They have the ability to frustrate even the most experienced hunters due to their excellent intelligence, natural camouflage, and rapid movement. The hunting of wild hogs has been revolutionized by advancing technology. Due to the fact that these creatures are most active during the night, many hunters make use of night vision goggles and thermoscopes in order to locate them in the dark. There was a great tale that was recently shared on X about a group of hunters in Oklahoma who were successful in killing a large feral hog that weighed 300 kilograms. Prior to being halted, this beast had already inflicted a substantial amount of damage to a farm in the area. Not only did the tale generate a lot of discussion on the internet, but it also brought attention to the remarkable size and strength of some wild pigs. Hunting is a method that is effective, yet it is not without its share of difficulties. In the event that they perceive a threat, wild hogs, particularly large boars, are capable of biting. As a result of their scary speed and sharp tusks, they have been responsible for a great number of injuries sustained by hunters and hunting dogs. The experience of hunting wild hogs can be thrilling and exciting, but you must be careful not to let your enthusiasm obscure a significant reality. An intelligent, hostile, and potentially lethal animal is about to engage in a confrontation with you. Not only does it require ability, but it also requires caution. For those who are located in the United States, particularly in states such as Texas or Oklahoma. Hunting feral hogs may be a thrilling experience that also serves as a means of contributing to the preservation of the environment. What are your thoughts on the possibility of going on a hunt for feral hogs? If you have any anecdotes concerning feral hogs in your region, please feel free to share them. The purpose of the processing, the area, and the legal regulations all play a role in the many methods that wild hog meat is processed. The meat can be processed for food if it was hunted in a clean environment that was devoid of any contagious diseases. Monitoring programs for feral hogs are frequently carried out by wildlife management authorities in states such as Texas, Oklahoma, and Florida. After doing regular tests on feral hogs that have been hunted, these authorities will determine whether or not a region is safe to be in. There have been no observations of infectious illnesses being transmitted from wild pigs to domesticated animals or people in the region. In order to prepare foods such as sausages, grilled meat, or stews, the meat is first cleaned, then sliced, and finally processed. In the United States of America, particularly in regions like as Texas, there are certain hunters and local restaurants who even make a specialty dish out of the meat of feral hogs. In order to reduce the possibility of disease transmission from wild animals, the meat must be cooked properly at a temperature of at least 71 degrees Celsius. It is possible to give hunted feral hog meat to food banks or charitable organizations in certain jurisdictions, such as Texas, provided that it has been processed in an appropriate manner at licensed facilities. In certain regions, the flesh of feral hogs is sold to restaurants or specialty markets. Nevertheless, it must be in compliance with stringent laws for food safety that have been established by the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA. Beyond traditional box and corral traps, the battle against wild pigs in Texas is being revolutionized by advanced trapping technologies and integrated control systems. Many modern traps now incorporate cellular connectivity and satellite communication, allowing landowners to monitor trap activity, bait levels, and even trigger gates remotely via smartphone apps from anywhere with a signal. Some sophisticated systems use motion sensors combined with artificial intelligence, AI, that can differentiate between wild pigs and non-target species, like deer or domestic livestock, ensuring only pigs are captured. This precision minimizes bycatch and enhances ethical hunting practices. Furthermore, these systems often collect data on pig numbers, entry, exit patterns, and trap success rates, providing valuable insights for optimizing future trapping locations and strategies. This integration of IoT, Internet of Things, and AI is turning basic trapping into a highly efficient, data-driven operation. While general hunting is mentioned, a highly effective and specialized method for controlling wild pigs involves dedicated hunting dog teams. These dogs, often breeds like Catahoula leopard dogs, black-mouth curs, or various cur mixes, are specifically trained to locate, bay, corner, and bark at, or sometimes catch wild pigs. The dogs wear protective vests to minimize injuries from tusks. This method is particularly effective in dense brush or rugged terrain, where pigs can easily hide from human hunters. Beyond dogs, some hunters employ thermal drones to scout vast areas, identifying heat signatures of pig groups from above, especially at night. This provides real-time aerial intelligence that can guide ground teams or set up optimal ambush points. The synergy between specialized canine units, drone technology, and skilled human handlers forms a highly efficient and targeted approach to pig removal, reaching populations that other methods might miss. The economic devastation caused by wild pigs extends far beyond direct crop and livestock losses, encompassing broader impacts that are often overlooked. Their rooting behavior causes significant infrastructure damage, including undermining roads, fences, and building foundations, leading to costly repairs for both private landowners and public entities. They also damage natural resource industries, impacting timber regeneration in forests by eating seedlings, and disrupting water quality in aquatic ecosystems through soil erosion and waste runoff, which can harm fishing and recreational activities. Furthermore, wild pigs contribute to the spread of invasive plant species by dispersing seeds in their digestive tracts, and through rooting, that disturbs native plant communities, creating additional ecological and economic burdens. The cumulative cost of these diverse impacts paints an even bleaker picture of the long-term financial burden imposed by these invasive animals. The transformation of wild pig meat into a culinary specialty for restaurants involves stringent food safety protocols and innovative culinary development. Before any wild pig meat can be sold or donated, it must often pass through USDA-inspected processing facilities to ensure it meets federal food safety standards, particularly concerning diseases like trichinosis and brucellosis. These facilities follow strict guidelines for handling, chilling, and packaging. For restaurants, chefs specializing in wild game focus on advanced butchery techniques to maximize yield and highlight specific cuts. They employ diverse cooking methods beyond basic stewing, such as brining, slow roasting, smoking, and even curing, for charcuterie, which help tenderize the meat and enhance its unique flavor profile. The emphasis is on educating consumers about proper cooking temperatures, internal temperature of 160 degrees Fahrenheit or 71 degrees Celsius, to ensure safety, while simultaneously promoting the lean, rich taste of responsibly harvested wild pig as a sustainable and delicious alternative protein source.